love me, yeah, they love me. First love yourself. For that, and God we trust me. I don't trust myself. Your jewelry, I get it took. No shit.
Welcome back to It Is What It Is. This episode is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. The app is an easy way to make some cash just by making picks on your favorite players. Underdog is available in more than 30 states, including California, Florida, Texas, and New York, just to name a few. Make sure to support the show by hitting the link in the bio and downloading the Underdog Fantasy app. They will also match your first deposit up to $100, and you get a special pick when you sign up. Of course, I'm Treasure Wilson, aka Stat Baby, along with your hosts, Cam and Mase.
What's up?
I want to be friends there. I don't even got time for that. What's up? Hey, yo, what I will say is this, though. Hey, yo, keep it on this screen right here, yo. Hey, yo, I don't know what you and Nick got going on, but your microphone look like a pause on that screen right there. Yo, why he got it? It ain't you, is it? Oh, you wanted it over there. Okay. They say Nick pointed. Okay, it just look kind of crazy from. God, nah, that's how you wanted it. But Nick said Nick pointed right. That was Mace's request. Stat, what's up, man? How y'all doing?
I'm good. I'm in a great mood. It's a little cold, though. Not used to the cold. Okay. In the midst of the night, James Harden was traded to the Clippers. The Sixers sent Harden, PJ Tucker, and Phillips to the Clippers for Marcus Morris, Robert Covington, Nick Batum, KJ Martin, a 2028 unprotected first-round pick, 2 second-round picks, a 2029 pick swap, and an additional first-round pick from OKC. So what were your initial thoughts and initial reaction to the trade?
I'll go first. My initial reaction, loss of Larissa Pippen, Lori Harvey, and James Harden get what they want. Whatever they want, they get. It don't matter.
No specific order. No specific order, but definitely.
No specific order. Them 3 people get whatever they want. I've never, in my however many years, 30-something years of watching basketball, seen a nigga get what they want every single time that they request it. Like, yo, so I'm not even going to count OKC.
Yeah.
And Houston, you know, I feel he was tired of sitting on the bench.
Yeah.
So cool. Okay, years passed. He did great in Houston. Niggas said, man, I want out. I want to go play with KD and Kyrie. But he didn't, you know, the James Harden point, he initially said he always wanted to go to Philly. It just ended it up being the Nets for a minute. And it looked like it would be a great thing, but KD was hurt. Kyrie was hurt. Then when they wasn't hurt, James Harden was hurt. They never could get any chemistry. Then he goes back with Daryl Morey in Philly, which he said that's where he originally wanted to be anyway. And I'm like, wow, again, he just ends up where he wants to be. Then he signs this contract extension this summer and says he basically signed that contract extension off good faith that Daryl Morey was going to trade him. He didn't get traded. Then last night or the night before last, couple nights ago, 36 hours ago, like you said, wisp in the middle of the night, kind of how like the fucking Colts just left Baltimore and went to Indiana, nigga packed shit up and left in the middle of the night. Yeah. And he ends up in L.A. Look, more power to you, James Harden. I've never seen nothing like it. Now, listen, I did a lot of magic to get off some record deals and threatening and sometimes it led to physical harm. I've never seen a nigga that never laid no hands on nobody or did anything or kidnapped nobody or nothing get this much power. So I'm salute, bro. I salute you. But it's a testament to other people. Like, you know, we were sitting there with Damian Lillard. And, you know, we won't disclose what he said off the camera about, it wasn't about James Harden, it just, in general, a lot of NBA players who get traded to place they want to go, and not saying he said he wanted to get traded, he was just talking in general. But to James Harden power, he gets where he wants to go while other people don't, and they have to sit and suffer in the city that they're in or with an organization they don't want to be a part of.
Yeah.
And I give him some credit. Now moving forward to the Clippers, they got all California.
Yeah, everybody from California.
They got a whole California
crew. They all grew up together. That's crazy.
A whole California crew. So you got Russell Westbrook, Long Beach, and you got Paul Pierce. I don't know what part around
Pasadena.
LA. Pasadena. You got Compton in the house with Kawhi. And now you have James Harden, which is from, I don't know what part of LA he's from, but I don't know how this is going to work. I've seen James Harden play with Russell Westbrook before. I've seen Paul George play with Russell Westbrook before. The denominator, which isn't common, I say, is Kawhi Leonard. And James Harden never played with Kawhi Leonard or Paul George, but Russell Westbrook, pardon me, has played with 2 out of these 3 players besides himself. I'm talking about the big 4, they're calling it.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's going to work. A lot of people need the ball in their hands for it to probably work in this. I don't know if it's enough basketball. Yeah. But my overall conclusion of this topic is salute to James Harden.
Yeah.
I seen, and also last thing I'll say, Beth, before I let you go is, I seen them club promoters tagging Lil Baby. All them niggas was tagging Lil Baby last night. And I say, yo, this fucking, the internet stays
going
undefeated.
Bad fast.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All the strip clubs in LA was tagging Lil Baby.
Yeah. I thought about this trade for a moment. And the first thing I thought about was everything that Philadelphia pretty much would have to the Clippers gave up to get James Harden. It's almost like they depleted their future to get James Harden. And when I think of that, I think that was a poor choice. I think this was a poor choice as a trade because I don't see how James Harden really changes that team because of what you said. Only one person can have the ball. So even if he's electrifying on the court, it's still going to take stats away from Paul George and it's going to take stats away from Kawhi. And when you think about it, even the just him being in California, I don't think is a good fit. I like James Harden with the Mohawk. Until he get the Mohawk, he's not back for real for me because I don't think he's focused until he get the Mohawk.
What I say is about James Harden is that we did see the last few years, he could be a team player. James Harden was leading the league in scoring, field goal attempts, foul line shot attempts. He led the league in assists after year after he left. I'm talking about when he was in Houston. He was a scoring machine. So for the better of the team, I see him. Not saying dumbing his game down, but taking he doesn't have to take as many shots when you have a Joel Embiid or Tyrese Maxey doing well. I don't really count Harris too much, but he knows how to take a step back. Even when he was at Brooklyn, the few games that they all did play together, he knew how to defer to other teammates. So I don't think that he's going to come there and try and be Houston James Harden. It's the fact, is the chemistry going to work? I believe him and Russell Westbrook stopped playing because they were such good friends that they said, let's not fuck our friendship up over this. And that's why they decided not to play with each other, only to play with each other.
Yeah, because that's the first thing when he walked in the locker room on a clip. He said, you stay on that side.
Yeah, I seen that.
I think for Russell Westbrook, this can turn into the reignitement of his triple doubles with this type of team. But everybody he's playing with, they need the ball to create. That's the only part. These are not catch and shoot shooters, and neither is these people just run the floor and gonna be dunking on everybody crazy.
Right. What I think is this: everybody, and I don't know how long it's going to take. Everybody needs to figure out first, second, third options. If you're asking me, Cam, in my personal opinion, work around Kawhi, bro. Everybody. Figure out how Kawhi moves, what he needs, and the rest of y'all play y'all possession. Y'all are entourage at this point. It's Kawhi Leonard, and y'all have to be the entourage. And the reason I'm saying that is because not only do I think Kawhi Leonard's the best player on that team, he has championship experience, which none of y'all have. And not just one championship. Not just 2 championships. He has 3 championships. He also gave Canada their first championship as a
Why
country.
Paul can't be the GOAT?
I never said he wasn't the GOAT. I said, I think he's trying to start. Niggas say, yo, why can't be the GOAT?
Paul can't be the GOAT.
Let me ask you this. Do you think he's better than Kawhi?
Actually, I think he's not, but
see, Paul, Paul, this don't just be me.
But I think Paul is not the entourage now.
It's the entourage at this point. Like, yo, listen, let me tell you something, man. This is how I look at it. If and no disrespect to nobody on the team, I'm just giving a scenario. If when Philly does play the Sixers, it's the clash of the entourage. Because you got the 2 MVPs, you know what they come to do.
Yeah.
Who in the entourage is going to sit here and make us win the game? So I'm not.
And is everybody going to be cool with getting 14 and 13 points? That's the real finale right there.
Yeah, listen, I think everybody on that team, Mase, my opinion, and I could be totally wrong, is like, we need a chip. We getting old, man. Look, James Harden is 34.
And if they think like that, the team will be great.
I think so as well. Look, James Harden's 34. I think Kawhi Leonard's 32 or 33. I'm not sure how Russell Westbrook is. He came in the year after James Harden, so he's probably 33 years old. Paul George is probably 33, 34 years old. They're at that age where they need to say, we got a lot of basketball left.
Yeah.
Let's figure this out and not be stupid.
Mm-hmm. And it would be great for the Clippers to actually be a winning team at some point.
In our lifetime.
Yeah.
That's another.
Can't blame Donald Sterling no more.
Yeah, see, the whole problem the thing about it is the reason why the Clippers don't get as much backlash as the Knicks is because they got another team in town who does win shit.
Yeah.
We don't have, Brooklyn just got the Nets. They was in Jersey, and Nets only went to the chip once, but Lakers offset the Clippers losing.
Mm-hmm. They playing in the same building. It's almost like your little brother play tonight.
Yeah, exactly. The
JV team play tonight.
Yeah, the JV team play tonight. So, look, hopefully they'll get it together. But the more of this whole shit is James Harden, I don't know who your direct agent is. I don't know if you call niggas and threaten them. I don't know how you do it, but a lot of niggas probably, I used to tell niggas call me if they need help. They probably need to call you.
James Harden.
They need to call James and figure out exactly what the fuck he be doing to get out of these deals.
Okay.
Who you think is the better team before we leave? Now that they got James Harden, you think they're better than Lakers?
They play tomorrow. Tonight. They play tonight.
So
we'll see.
We're going to find out. And I like James Harden. I just think when he got the Mohawk, he's a better player.
I think the answer to your question, though, is they may not get together this week or the week after, but if they do get it together, it could be cool. But look, let's look at the Lakers as well. They struggled with Orlando. They just won that game by 2 points or 3 points. They beat Bradley Beal and No Book Suns, and you lost your other 2 games to, what they lose to? Golden State, was it? And and I forget the other team, but they haven't looked good. Even in their wins, they haven't looked good. So right now, on paper, I would say I would go with the Clippers over the Lakers, only because the Lakers have not really been significantly doing well, even with LeBron scoring 27 and 15 rebounds and however many assists and AD scoring 30 with 15 rebounds. They're still winning by the skin of their teeth.
Okay. It's funny you bring that up because that's actually what we're going to talk about. So on Monday, the Lakers beat the Magic by 3 points. Mm-hmm. So the question is, how do you feel about AD this far?
I'm not going to keep talking about AD because at some point we're going to see AD. I don't need AD to think we just like really going against them. But at this point, it just seemed like he's just not ready to take over that team, actually. And we stand on that energy until he shows us differently. Until you come in and you do, and perform very well against a team that's over 500 or a contender, we can't really take it seriously. And not for one half. It got to be all the way through the game, because the same way he played in New Orleans is what they brought him to LA to do. And that's what we're expecting to see. That's what LeBron is expecting to see. What you think, Killer?
I'm trying to go to his stats now to see exactly what he had against.
So in the Magic game, he had 26 points, 5 assists, and 19 rebounds.
That's good.
That's a monster game. 19 rebounds and 25 points.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
It's
the
just a magic.
Right.
It's like, when niggas ain't hating on you, AD,
Yeah.
you got to do that kind of game against the Joker, man. You got to do it against somebody that counts.
Yeah.
When Book come back and when Bill comes back, give us the same game.
Yeah.
You know, if you ever playing against Giannis, give us that same game, and then we'll have the respect. Until then, we just not gonna respect it.
I totally agree. Listen, man, it's against the Magic. LeBron, and listen, man, I don't really want to do this on this show, and it's it's early in the season and it's seeming like we're gonna have to do it on the show. But at the end of the day, LeBron gave you the team, and all this lead up about how you wanted to play the Joker, and 0 point second half, and then what the niggas try to do is they try to make excuses for you and talking about, well, they didn't run enough offense to him through the second half. They could have put him down the box a little more, so that's why it was depleted, man. If you want the ball, act for the ball. I'm pretty sure LeBron will make sure you get the ball, because that's what he said before the season started, that it's your team. So when it's your team, you demand the ball.
Yeah, everybody on the team speak English. All you got to do is speak English. Yo, throw me the ball, nigga. I'm open.
It's not a different language, my nigga. I have to agree with Murder on this, my nigga. Ask for the ball. I'm not going to run with these excuses this early in the season, mid-season, or late season.
It's really like you know how a nigga act tough with soft niggas?
Yeah.
And then when he get around niggas that's his class,
yeah.
he start deferring to people and all that.
That's when niggas be like, try that with them. I know you.
Yeah, I know you, nigga.
I know you, nigga. So, listen, I'm not impressed. If this was against Denver, I'd be impressed with the Magic. No, I mean, 19 rebounds is always amazing to hear as a stat line.
Yeah.
Who actually, I don't have my computer today, but let me ask you this, Mase. Do you know W. Carter Jr.?
Yeah, all right.
Who is he?
He used to put Wendell Carter?
I don't know. W. Carter Jr.
That's what he told me?
Yes.
Yeah, he's all right. He's just...
I don't know him. That's why I'm asking. I'm just going to. He's the center for the Orlando Magic. So the reason I wasn't even trying, you know how we play games with each other. You knew the nigga.
Yeah.
Only reason I don't know, and no disrespect, Win. His name is Wendell. Like, I don't know Win.
Yeah.
And from
Didn't he play with like Chicago and another team?
I'm totally going over what you tell me.
It's more like, you remember like Cartwright, one of those.
Like,
he's in the league.
What's the nigga? Kurt, the nigga from the Knicks who fucked up shit, who's trash. Kurt. He's a Kurt Thomas. He's a Kurt Thomas.
Yeah.
One of them.
One of them niggas, man.
Yeah, so no disrespect to Wendell. I just was asking Mase. I wasn't, me and Mase
He was supposed to be good. It just never, it didn't pan like out. The Jerry curl, it just never turned. It just never, the curl just never turned.
But yeah, I wasn't even trying to be funny with you. I'm reading it because I'm like, who is the Magic center? So I know we be playing like, this person. I really didn't know him. So your credit, you knew the nigga. Not for you to know a nigga named Wendell.
You know when niggas know your name, they start giving you nicknames. You ain't give them a nickname, so that mean he ain't balling yet.
Yeah, Wendell's around too much with swindle for me.
Yeah.
So I didn't know you. No disrespect. No, not making fun of your name or none of that shit. I was just saying that we know who AD is. We're not familiar with you, and not saying you're not a good enough person to be starting in this league.
He's on the pause. He on the come up. So shout out to Wendell. Keep working hard.
Big shout. How old is he?
He's 24.
Yeah.
Oh, so he got plenty of time.
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. Big shout out to Wendell. I ain't know. See, the thing, you know what threw me off? Wendell's an old name. Wendell's
It's an old man name.
Like if you're a 19-year-old.
Like Eleanor and one of them names.
Say if a 16-year-old girl name is Phyllis or Agatha. Like, certain Marianne. Certain names just be old. Wendell give me them, like Otis.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't know he was that young. But big shout out to you, Wendell. Hopefully I'm going to catch up some of your games and see how good you are. But Anthony Davis did snatch 19 rebounds on your ass. And that's the reason I'm looking you up now. So let's correct that in the future for your career.
There we go. Wendell. Okay, the Bucks.
How you feel about the name Wendell?
I don't know.
You repeated Wendell. That means you don't like it.
All them
Niggas, when you end it with okay, Wendell, that means niggas don't like a Wendell. Would you date a Wendell?
It is what it is.
Wingate,
if he's nice
all
and
that.
treats me well, then yeah. But
you know what?
Reginald, all that.
You know what? I actually, and another thing, Mase, is I'm gonna have to start agreeing with you on certain things, man. And like the other day, when you say, I try to say the right thing, and say people don't care, and you knew I was lying. And Stat, you be lying too.
That be trying to cover for niggas.
Y'all be calling me out.
Would you date a Wendell if he treats me nice? Yo, stop, Stat. He got to be the baddest looking poorest nigga on the world for the date a Wendell, because you get that Wendell? Niggas don't want to go out with a Wendell. Like, you make this face when you say Wendell? So when you entered, when saying okay, Wendell, you gave yourself away. You're gonna hold you accountable to keep going, saying
Thornton
the truth.
and all that. You want to date Thornton?
I can't even say nothing because if I do, like, I don't know what the future holds. So I don't want to be like Wendell and then somebody's name.
Then
is
Wendell come up to you.
Right.
Then you catch.
And he's an amazing guy.
And then it'd be like, dang, you already talked about my name on like that's how it'd be going. So that's why I said if he's a nice person.
You probably could Google how many Wendells is in America. Every other nigga
All
besides
the niggas named Wendell is like 50 years
I'm about
old.
to say 62 and up. He might be the youngest Wendell out.
Okay. On Monday, the Bucks beat the Heat 122-114. So how do you feel about Dame's addition to the team so far?
Yeah. Dame is balling. I mean, it seemed like the first game he played in Milwaukee, I got calls from people out in Milwaukee. They said it seemed like his Dame team, killer. It was
Mace, who do you know in Milwaukee?
Huh?
Who do you know in Milwaukee?
A lot of people.
Where, Mace? When do you, yo, my nigga, who's in Milwaukee, yo? Who?
I got family in Milwaukee. Yo, I don't know if he know this, Kim. You know all the years I wasn't around you, Kim. I was in Milwaukee.
Every year you was around.
Yeah,
you was in San Diego. You was in Phoenix.
Yeah,
you was in Dallas. Now we out in Milwaukee to the list.
Yes, I'm telling you, they got a street named Mason out there. Listen.
There's a street named Mason in every city, Mason.
But I'm telling you what I know. They shot what's that movie? The Transformers out there in Milwaukee. A lot has happened out there.
Okay, Mason.
There's a great artist by the name of Party at 4 out there. And the family is called the Hines family.
Okay.
They told me to give you a shout out.
Well, shout out to the Hines family. I'm going to do the research on all this shit. Yeah. Niggas say, the crazy shit is, niggas say, they told me to give you a shout out. Shout out to the Hines family and they as well. I'm going to do the Google search on all of this after the show.
Yeah, they had tickets for us, so we wanted to go to the game.
Oh, to the Milwaukee game?
Yeah.
Okay, what kind of tickets?
Courtside.
Okay.
We ain't going any other way.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
Dad,
So they was telling me that it seemed like, matter of fact, I got the text. Maybe I should show you the text. He said, man, y'all should have came to the game because it seemed like it was Dame team. They was like the coach left him in to make sure he had a phenomenal first game, and it seemed like he's been balling ever since. But to make sure we stay on task, I'm gonna pass the phone to what you call it.
Mace, I have no idea who you're showing me a text from.
It's from Milwaukee. The number is.
If they're not in the arena FaceTiming me, I don't believe where that text came from.
Yeah, it says 414.
Mase, what does that have to do with anything? I got an area code in the state I don't live in either. My area code is not from where I live.
Yeah, this is crazy.
All right, a better question is, how'd you meet these people?
I met them through church.
Okay.
I met them through church, so they're definitely not going to lie to me.
Well, you know what? Once you say that, now I believe you now.
Look.
Now I believe you.
What does that say, Stat?
Whose team is it now?
Yeah.
That's what it says.
Whose team is it now? He was talking about Dame.
Oh, yeah.
Well,
He said Dame is taking Giannis.
His sources are verified. They talk
It's
about
shining
Milwaukee.
night.
He do got people in Milwaukee.
once you told me where you met him at, I'm not disputing that, because the other day Suge told me that when he met you in Harlem, you say, yeah, Cam ain't won't be standing on this corner like this. So I don't know where you be. You could be anywhere. I didn't know if you was he said Cam ain't been on 125th and Madison posting up like this. So I didn't know if that's how you was trying to relate your relationship in Milwaukee. But you're a well-rounded individual. I wasn't sure what part of Milwaukee.
He said I was standing on 125th and Madison.
Yeah, when he met up with you, talking about, yeah, I'm out here dolo. I was like, yo, this nigga Mase is crazy, bro. But shout out to the Hans family. Now that I know where Mase met you guys, I 100% believe it. 1,000% actually.
Yeah.
It's just that Mase will be in church, but Mase will be on 125th Street. And Madison by herself talking about, don't niggas better not play with him. So he's just a well-rounded individual. As far as Dame is concerned on the Bucks, I was looking at the stats right here. Giannis had the most that night. Dame had 25 points. Giannis had 33 points. It's looking like a well-balanced attack. And then you got the entourage.
Yeah.
I have a great entourage as well. I see Tyler Hero had 35 points as well. It's a good comeback for him. Jimmy Butler only 13 points. Listen, I like where Milwaukee is going, but what I will say is this about the East. These games are not that far. They're not blowouts like the West when the Lakers played Denver and you knew who was going to win, or when Denver's just been smacking everybody around, or even Dallas has some significant wins. The games, even when Philly played the Bucks without James Harden, it was a significantly close game. I think they won by just 1 point. Even this game right here, I didn't get to see the whole game. I just seen the highlights. They only won by 8. It wasn't like a 16, 18-point lead. So I think the East, even though we're narrowing it down to the Bucks and Boston, I think the East, even like Boston, when they played the Knicks, that was a close game. I think the East is going to be much closer than people think. I still think there'll be Boston and Milwaukee at the end. I'm very excited to see where the East is going. But
it definitely won't be Philly now.
Well, listen, man, it may be Philly. Maybe they need to get rid of James Harden because that'll open up more space for Tyrese Maxey.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Like now, Tyrese Maxey is no excuse.
Yeah.
There's no excuse in the backcourt. Go crazy.
Okay. Let us know what y'all think about Dame's addition to the team. When we return, we will talk about Kirk Cousins.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free. Why am I in this woman way free?
Welcome back. So let's get into our Underdog fantasy picks of the day. Tonight, Denver will play Minnesota. Underdog Fantasy has Jokic at 25.5 points. Do you have him higher or lower, Mase?
Against, yeah. It don't matter what big men they got. I know they got Towns. I know they got Rudy Gobert. I'm still going to give them more than 25.
Me too. Until further notice, all you niggas, you could be the fake Twin Towers all you want. You're not Akeem and Ralph Sampson. And I don't even know if y'all know who Akeem and Ralph Sampson are.
Yeah.
Stat, you know Akeem and Ralph Sampson?
No.
That's real Twin Towers. More of the story is higher. Yeah, higher. Joker's higher. If it ain't like 49 points, everything's just almost gonna be higher for Joker.
And definitely on them niggas. He don't respect them niggas.
He don't respect nothing in America. Nothing. He don't respect Ford. He don't respect anything made in
Rudy
America.
Rudy Gobert is from overseas though.
Yeah, but he's not from his overseas. He's from the LA.
Yeah,
he's Pepe Vu. Yeah, Joker from that. Yo, listen, man, pass me an AK and a fucking beer, nigga. Fuck is you talking about?
Okay. Jamal Murray is at 7 assists. Do you have him higher or lower?
7 assists?
7 assists, yeah.
Go higher.
Yeah, higher.
Okay, and Anthony Edwards is at 4.5 rebounds. Do you have him higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Make sure to download the Underdog Fantasy app and you can make your picks too. Okay. After an Achilles injury, it was declared Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins is out for the remainder of the season. The Cardinals officially traded their quarterback Josh Dobbs to Minnesota, and the Vikings sent a 2024 6th-round pick to the Cardinals. So first of all, thoughts on Kirk Cousins being injured and then the trade that happened.
Kirk Cousins being hurt is like one of those things where I definitely don't think the franchise tag will continue after this. I think this is the end.
He signed a deal last year.
He did?
Yeah, 3 years, $84 million.
Yeah.
Last year, he finally got his, and good thing he did. He did it right on time.
Because I was about to say, this will be the end of that franchise tag.
Right.
Especially with the same thing happening to Aaron Rodgers. And when people begin to see those things, especially like when it comes to athletes, Achilles is one of those things that always pretty much happen to older athletes. It's not a young guy injury as much as it is that it happens to older people. So that's more one of those signs that says you're about to be out. So that's how I look at it. Even though he can get Aaron Rodgers, surgeon, Dr. Neal, and do all of that, when they bring that young QB back in, they're basically trying to plan for something else. That's what I see.
I've stated on this show that I like Kirk Cousins a lot, several different times.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know why I like him a lot, to be totally honest with you. What the fuck is Kirk Cousins?
He always does just enough. Every year he did just enough.
He's a B.
He's solid.
He's a B minus C plus student.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the reason I think I do like,
because he's blue collar.
Yeah,
you like him because he's blue collar.
He's blue collar, and he's one of them people that they fuck with a lot every year because he doesn't get the job done, especially when he was in D.C. You know, Kirk Cousins had such a good, a couple good games in D.C. He copywrote the shit. Do you like that? Or some shit. He went crazy in the locker room. You like that? And I was like, yo, calm the fuck down, my nigga. It was just a get y'all to the playoff situation, if it was that. But I like his attitude. I like last year when he put the jewelry on and he was doing a little dance. I don't know if you remember. That's one of my favorite clips. Kirk Cousins had the jewelry on the jet doing one of these. Yeah. That's one of my favorite clips last year.
You did that dance in your video.
Yeah. I got a couple. I don't got moves like you, but I got a couple little things if I need to get done. But look, to be honest, I really don't know why I fuck with you, bro. You don't win. You don't even get to the Super Bowl. I don't even think that you get to the fucking conference finals.
Yeah.
I have no reason to fuck with you. But I do.
You get to the bag. That's why you like him.
Yeah.
You get to the bag. He figure a way out. He's like a Harlem nigga. He gonna figure a way out to get some money.
Yeah, he get to the bag, but then looking at what's going on now, is it the bag? 3 years, $84 million. Is it really the bag? $250 million. Well, Patrick Mahomes another $500 million he had. My nigga Joe Burrow at 275.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson. Is it
with his talent? That's the bag. You know how some niggas he ain't gonna make 300.
You should be happy with that.
Yeah. I'm trying to go. I'm trying to support you, Kirk.
Yeah, but as far as the trade's concerned, I don't really have that much knowledge about the guy from Pittsburgh. We'll see what happens. I know that these GMs are smart. They're not just jumping out the window doing anything. We'll see what happens. But in all jokes aside, I wish you a speedy recovery, Kurt. I hope things work out for you because not comparing him to my nigga Joe.
Yeah.
Burrow or nothing, but I think that Minnesota had a rough start and they were starting to figure it out. And then this happened. So it's fucked up for them niggas.
Okay. When Colorado went to play their game in Cali versus UCLA, it was reported their jewelry and chains were stolen out of their locker room during the game. So how do you feel about the situation and what happened to the team?
They been robbing niggas in Cali for their jewelry. This ain't nothing new.
They done just made it to the locker room now.
Exactly.
You see, I got the prime sweater on with no jury on.
Yeah, like, yo, them Cali niggas been robbing niggas. And now I'm not saying it was anybody from UCLA, but it's in the state of California. Listen, man, I remember Lala, no disrespect to Lala.
You said you're not saying it's UCLA?
I'm not saying it was UCLA students.
Oh, yeah.
I'm saying that it happened in California. Look, Lala and them threw a Halloween party a couple years ago. Lala and I can't remember the other girl. And it was celebrity on top of celebrity on top of celebrity. And as they came out, they got robbed and got robbed and got robbed after.
Wow.
And I'm like, yo, listen, to the point where niggas followed Terrence J home and started shooting at Terrence J. Why the fuck would you shoot at Terrence J after a party? Yo, you gotta no disrespect, Terrence J. I'm not disrespecting.
You're not supposed to have to shoot at.
You're too light skinned to be shooting at Terrence J. You don't shoot at Terrence J.
You're supposed to tell Terrence, let me get that watch.
Yeah, and you might just give him one of these. You shoot at Terrence J. Them niggas lawless out there, my nigga. I mean,
somebody in UCLA knew what happened, though.
Oh, no. Listen, man, it's almost like...
They was flexing too much.
It's almost like the Capitol when the nigga walked out the side door and did act like he didn't see 700 niggas walking in. You know, at the end of the day, somebody knows what happened. But what I will say is this to Colorado, don't take your jewelry on the road. Niggas, y'all niggas is ops, bro, and me included. We're the ops. You know, we did a lot of bragging. We talked a lot of shit. First 2-3 weeks, we was on our dean. We was acting crazy. We was saying, fuck niggas. We throwing sunglasses. We throwing hats. We told niggas, if you want a problem, come get it. And we had a bad few weeks.
Yeah.
And now...
We got chicken commercials.
Yeah.
Niggas is hating on y'all.
Yeah. And the fact is this.
You
now,
icy.
Right. So what we don't want to happen is this. Because now what's happening is this. Niggas is looking for Shador watch at the game at this point. So what we don't want to happen is we lose and get robbed. Because now it's just fucked up all the way around the board. So don't take your jewelry with you on the road. If you do take your jewelry with you, only one person should have it. Live through Shador and his watch in case he got a flex. And when you get back home, you'll have your jewelry. But you got to know how to move. I know y'all young and I know y'all may not know a lot of different states and how they get down different places. Cali's one of them places. Be careful. Cali, be careful, bro. Be careful.
And they doing a lot of the girls, so they can't trust the LA girls.
Yeah, definitely not. It's called Killer Cali.
Yeah,
that's their nickname.
Okay, well, the more you know. Former NHL player Adam Johnson dies after a skate slashed his neck live during a game. Yeah. It's a very sad situation, and rest in peace to Adam Johnson. But basically, the video has circled around. I don't watch it because we shouldn't be getting used to seeing stuff like this. But what are your thoughts on the situation, and what should be the league's next steps, do you think?
I will go first. I think this is terribly unfortunate, especially when you look at that play back to back to back. I don't.
You seen it?
Yeah, I might be a skeptic, but looking at that video, when I first saw it, I'm like, wow, it's just so unfortunate. But as you continue to look, you're like, why is this skate all the way in the air? Like, how when bad things happen, I know people look for something to blame, but that's just like, bro, that's just crazy. I don't want to say what I'm really thinking. It's like, a nigga trying to be wild, reckless,
right.
but then be like, my bad.
Right.
It's like, my nigga, you was wilding.
Right. I didn't see the video because I'm with Stat. I'm like,
so they're skating to get the puck, right? And then the guy bumps him, and then as he bumped him, his whole body goes right, and his skate goes up and slashes his neck. You know how a nigga. That's what I'm talking about. I'm playing ball, and a nigga hurt me trying to play defense. The nigga don't know what he doing, right? So it's the same way. It's kind of like, bro, you was just wilding.
And from where I haven't seen the video, but the way you explain it is, and listen, we're all just speculating. We don't want to seem insensitive because the guy could be going through trauma. The guy who actually did it is like, this is fucked up.
He should be.
Yeah, it's one of them situations where you be like, I want to wild out, but not to that extent. Basically, that's
exactly what it communicated to me. That's just my vantage point.
Right. When I heard this story and read about it, I always thought about that. Like, hockey, you're dealing with ice and blades, and not only that, fights. Now, my thing is with hockey, and off this particular topic, because we know Mase just explained us what happened. You know how much control you have to have, and it's not a lot of black players in hockey, but hockey's a big time fighting sport. Every team got a goon on it. They may not even be good; they're just there to fight. But you know how good you got to be mentally. I mean, not good. You know how mentally strong you got to be to get ready to get into a fight and drop your weapon? That's why black people don't be in that shit.
Yeah.
There's no way in the world we about to fight and I got a weapon. Now I got to drop. I'm more surprised that people don't get hit with sticks when they're about to fight, and I'm not promoting that. I'm just
that's why, because it's not black people.
Right? Yeah, I'm
black
just
people.
Yeah. Fuck is wrong with you? And so hockey, like I said with Blaze, I always thought about this scenario that happened, and not being funny just because this happened. I always thought about that, like, yo, somebody could get caught. I didn't think somebody would die. But same scenario, skate go in the air and you cut somebody's face, $150 or whatever the case may be.
That's what I was thinking. You have to be really out of control for your skate to go up this way. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like everybody falls this way, fall on their back, fall this kind of way. And I was thinking, you know how when somebody's playing basketball and a nigga take the charge, but then he falls on you,
right?
Or he act like he taking the charge, and he slap you in the face like he's falling backwards.
A little extra,
so he's trying to act like the charge is the reason he slapped you.
Right.
That's what I was picking up from it. I'm just being honest. That's my allegedly, but that's what I viewed.
It's not alleged. This is your opinion.
Yeah. It's like, a nigga being reckless.
I know.
Like,
I know
I'm gonna
exactly
get a little
like
contact involved while I'm doing it.
Yeah, exactly.
But
like
I don't. But I didn't mean to do it.
Right. It's the same. I know.
He didn't think he was gonna cut his neck, but he was.
I know
probably
exactly
definitely
what you're
like, I'm gonna get a
about.
kick in.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Not just basketball. Like it could be boxing. And when you follow through your forearm, that was on the follow through.
Yeah.
But it really was part of what you wanted to do anyway. So I'm not saying that because it may seem better.
Yeah, I'm definitely not saying he tried to cut his throat on purpose, but he definitely meant to be physical, and it just went a little bit further than he probably thought.
Yeah, and more stories, a sad situation. Look, hockey, them pucks is coming 100 miles per hour. Baseball is very dangerous. Those two sports, to me, are maybe more dangerous than football.
They're gonna have to change probably even the skates now.
Not even change the skates, but now what's going to happen is you're going to talk after the game. After this, I don't want to say it, but
for real.
Yeah.
The change is gonna have to be made because if you would have saw it, like he fell, like he was done, then they picked him up and he fell again. So it was like his blood was all on the.
Did he die in the arena or did he make it to the hospital? Or we don't know.
He basically died in the arena because by the time he got back up and he lost so much blood, they had to hold him and bring him back to the locker room.
Yeah,
so.
it was all on.
I do have one more point that I want you guys to elaborate on. So the interesting thing is the other hockey player involved in the incident is actually a black player, right? So now he's been facing a lot of like racial abuse and stuff online.
The guy
who skate?
The guy who injured,
killed him.
Yeah,
is black.
Yeah. So now on Twitter, people are like, okay, black people make up 1% of hockey players, but commit 100% of the on-ice homicides. And now it's kind of like a thing. Man. It's kind of like a thing between like.
Yeah, I didn't know he was actually black from that video. So that makes it even more traumatic thinking of it. Because that's exactly like the history that's going to try to be plastered on that individual. So definitely we got to pray for him and the other guy's family. This is really unfortunate.
Yeah, 100%. Look, learning that black players have been ostracized outside of the NHL for years, saying that they're not good enough, they don't know the sport. I can't even sit here and hear over the years all of the reasons why black people should not play hockey.
Yeah.
And for this to happen to somebody black, and I'm not saying, pardon me, because I'm saying that wrong. They be like, nothing happened to him. You say the shit the wrong way. For him to be the person to do this to somebody and it's black and black people aren't really seen in hockey. Now, this wasn't the NHL, but just any hockey league is very unfortunate. And especially with the future younger black hockey players are going to have to deal with moving forward. Mm-hmm. Because listen, and I'm just going to say how it is what it is, because now what happens is any other black hockey player, if they're moving funny, it's going to be, hey,
you got to watch your movement.
Calm down. We don't do that. Down. And they may not even be doing anything irregular, but now they're going to have a microscope on top of them because now it's like, yo, bro, what the fuck?
Yeah, we need to keep those skates on the ground.
Right, exactly. Or not even, watch your elbows or watch your pushing or you're not doing this right. So this is going to leave a stain for future black hockey players moving forward, being that we didn't have a big impact already.
And I'm thinking about that because it's like I said, it's super unfortunate, and I can't imagine what that would have been like if it had happened the other way around. It would be as traumatic.
I mean, absolutely, but the way Stat just broke it down, I'm totally agreeing with you. Mm-hmm. Listen to what they said. They make up 1% of the hockey society, but 100% of the hockey murders. So if it was the other way around, it's not like it's a lot of black hockey players already. Yeah. So,
super sad situation, and rest in peace
prayers God
to Adam
to
Johnson
family.
And his family again.
Right.
We're going to go to break, and when we return, we will talk about Skims' partnership with the league.
She called this thing about toxic. 4 years and counting. Got you feeling like an option. Maybe I'm my own problem, babe. She tired of hearing I don't know. My stubborn in me won't fall. Dealing with this thing called trust. But she really thinking about it. She wanna be free.
Welcome back. Okay, so Skims by Kim Kardashian is now the official underwear partner of the NBA. She signed a multi-year partnership with the league. So one, thoughts on that partnership and why do you think this decision was made?
On Monday, the NBA and Skims announced a multi-year partnership. First, when people say multi-years, how many years is that? Is that a year and a half? Is that 2 years? Is it like Underdog years? How many years exactly is it?
I don't know.
Are they trying to see?
guess
It's more than one.
5. I would guess 5, but I'll see if I can.
When people say multi-years, I think they don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think they just don't know, or that's what they told you, so because they don't want you to know.
Underwear sponsor. I don't know how important that is. I don't know how important that is. You know, you already got Nike. You need to put something under Nike. What do you think, Cam? You think you need? I'm not gonna lie. When I put the Skims tank top on, my ribs stop hurting. So shout out to Skims. I wouldn't wear it, but somebody sent it to me. I wanted to see. It wasn't like the one piece. It was just the tank top.
I'm not saying nothing because every time I say something, I'm bullying. I'm Cam took it too far. I make somebody's blog. I make somebody's morning show. Cam says Russell Wilson should leave Sierra. And,
Be yourself.
I am, and I'm not going to do it. Myself is I'm not going to talk about Skims 3 times in 1 week. That's myself. I'm not doing it.
Okay.
I'm not going to talk about it. That wants Skims and it helps your ribs out, fine. I'm not doing it. They don't get 3 times out of me this week. Because then what happens is I talk about Skims and then I start talking about Kim Kardashian. Then niggas like, oh, Cam went too far that week. And I remember me, you, and Kuda was on the phone one day and he's like, the reason y'all numbers, the week you said something about Kim. And I'm like, fuck it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
That's the Cam I know.
Let's do it. Let's do it. They pushing the agenda in the NBA, man. You know, I hate to be on Duke the God time. This agenda's being pushed, man. They see what's going on with Taylor Swift in the NFL, and they like, well, who we could get?
Yeah.
we got Taylor Swift here. Let's see if we could get Kim to sponsor one of her shits. So now we got a Kim and a Taylor, 2 high-profile women that's like in the top 2 sports. I don't know where baseball's at.
Yeah.
In America, and now it's a Kim Kardashian situation in the NBA, and it's a Taylor Swift situation in the NFL. Let me pull something up.
That's a great observation.
Yeah, let me pull something up.
That's a really great observation.
And this is dead ass. I screenshot the shit this morning because I couldn't believe it, man. I couldn't believe the shit, Murder. I screenshot it. Do you know that the Kansas City Chiefs, and maybe we'll talk about this on Sunday or Monday when we come back next week, or maybe we'll talk about it with Mo tomorrow. But I want to bring this stat up to people real quick. And they had this on the screen this morning on another network. When Taylor Swift, I'm looking at an actual photo. I don't want to advertise where I got it from. They'll be mad. I'm actually looking at something where they had Taylor Swift up, and it says, as a picture of Taylor Swift and as a picture of Travis Kelce, and it says, you should have been there. When Taylor Swift is in attendance, the Chiefs are 4-0. Travis Kelce is averaging 28.5 yards and 108 yards per game. So they're 4-0 and he's averaging 108 yards per game. When she's not there, they're 2-2. And he's averaging 18 yards per game. 50 yards per game.
So she should have been there.
That's what the headline says. It's called You Should Have Been There. So I was reading this wrong. So just so I'm clear real quick. 4-0 when Taylor Swift is there. Travis Kelce, 108 yards per game.
What are the Kim Kardashian stats?
2-2 when she's not there, 50 yards per game. Now, the thing about it is the NFL is milking a situation to where she's just there supporting the nigga she's fucking with. Kim Kardashian said, my shit, the whole shit. You know, if that, you know, I'm dealing with the whole NBA and that's my shit. She dealing with her nigga and they milking her brand off the nigga. But if you're gonna deal with me, deal with me. And that's how I'm taking it. I'm not, that's how I looked at the shit. So I didn't want to even say it because now they're gonna be like, I'm conspiracy theory and then all this other shit. It's a fact, my nigga. They got it on the fucking center. It's on my fucking pictures that I seen today. And so now they're marketing for her to come back for the Chiefs to win. But she's in Switzerland on tour, so they're telling her to leave tour early and come back. This is the shit that's going on. This is the shit that's going on. This is the shit that's going on. NFL said, leave the tour, come to the game, we'll get you back to Spain tomorrow. So I have nothing else to say about it. I didn't want to say that.
I can't even be mad because it's a good business move on her part. I'm not gonna lie. Because even as far as followers, like the league has 83 million followers on Instagram. Kim has 364. She has 4 times the amount of the league. So just by her bringing her underwear, she's bringing even more people. And like now it's making girls tap in because they're wanting to see those ads and stuff. So it's not something we expected, but
the league don't need underwear.
I mean, they need underwear, but now that Kim Kardashian's tied to it, like more women are tuning in to see other things from the game. That's what I think.
I'm not mad at your analysis at all. Look, and I get what you're saying. You're basically saying that as far as social media is concerned, that she has a bigger following on social media than the NBA.
Yeah.
But the NBA is still the NBA.
Right.
I think that's a part of the problem in the NBA. Niggas is too worried about fashion
and followers.
Honestly,
that's the biggest issue with the NBA. These niggas want to show they drip instead of their jump shot. That's the issue, right? That's the issue we're having with AD right there.
That's a great point.
Ben Simmons too.
Yeah, Ben's is trying to wear Skims.
That's a great point. Amen. Okay, so real quick.
I'm not mad at your analysis or your analysis, but I'm going to stick with mine as well. Like I said, what I said is kind of exactly what you said, just in another way. It's just, they're all manipulating. Same thing Taylor Swift. The NFL is fucking putting the camera on her when they score a touchdown, not the families no more. So yes, I agree the NBA and the NFL are manipulating these people's situation. And when I say the NFL, they're manipulating a relationship. That's at least Kim Kardashian is actually going to do business with them. The whole Travis and Taylor shit, I just thought it was a friendship ring, and now we got what their record is, when she approaches the game, what the record is, off a DM. Yo, you got. If I was Travis Kelce, I would need some extra ancillary money. Like, yo, this is all because of me, nigga.
Yeah, you're not even wrong.
Yeah.
And it's crazy that it's came to this point. Okay, so real quick, Magic Johnson becomes the 4th athlete billionaire, joining MJ, LeBron, and Tiger Woods. So thoughts on him joining the billionaire club?
I gotta send Magic an invoice.
You listen, man. I let you go with Milwaukee today because it's a fact. Now, once you told me the source of fact, it's 100% fact. But maybe I should start talking to you more about what's been going on all these years we haven't been speaking to each other, because every day is some new shit you tell me that happens. That happens when we wasn't speaking. So how does Magic, what do you mean you should send them an invoice? For what?
Actually, Magic was my manager at one point. You didn't know that?
What do you manage what, Mason? What?
Before I left music, Magic was my manager.
What year, Mason?
That was 1999.
Magic, wasn't he coaching this? Yo, I want to know what year he was coaching the Lakers and GMing and all type of shit. So he was coaching and all type of shit and came back to manage you. All right, bro. What is the invoice for?
Yeah.
What's the invoice for?
I can't tell you.
Here we go. Here we go. You know,
But I'm happy to hear this. Yeah.
he's been up for a minute. You know what I would say about this is I'm not even going to question you on that. After today, I'm going to say you're definitely right till proven wrong on a lot of different things. What I will say is this though, I got to know how billionaire works though, man.
Yeah.
You know, because Kanye was a billionaire, lost his deal, and he had 500 million. Yeah. Do you got $1 billion in the bank, or do you? To me, if you don't have $1 billion in your bank account, you're not a billionaire.
Yeah.
If a nigga could say this contract is up, you're not a billionaire. I don't want to hear what a nigga worth.
Yeah, if he could drop his portfolio. And with all accounts, it says $1 billion.
Yeah, Cash App.
Yeah,
the Chase, Wells Fargo, Switzerland.
Not property because you might not get that money for that property.
I'm talking about in your bank. Do you have $1 billion? Because you know, and I'm not counting nobody's pocket. These people, business becomes
They're gonna
public.
say you're hating, Cam.
I don't care. I'm just telling you what it says. Oh, he has $300 million in art. And another 200,000 in cars.
Not if I pay 100 for that art.
Right. The point is it in the bank, yo?
Yeah.
That's what I'm asking. I'm not hating on niggas' art collection, or car collection, anything like that. Do you have $1 billion in the bank? And that's what I'm asking all the billionaires. You know, not just Magic, because Kanye was worth $1.7 billion. Lost his Adidas deal, and they talk about he may be homeless tomorrow because he got bills and shit because he only have 400.
A real billionaire has $1 billion in the bank. If you don't have $1 billion in the bank,
so how is Kanye a billionaire? Lost his deal and he wasn't. That's one of your sons, you say.
Yeah.
So that's what you say. So let me ask his father, how did this happen? How is he a billionaire and lose a deal and then have less than $500 million?
See, a billionaire in publications is different than a billionaire in the bank. And I think a lot of times where people are doing is just marketing themselves as a billionaire.
So you're saying magic capping in professional terms? That's what
I'm not saying magic capping. I'm saying that if any person doesn't have it in the bank, then it's just publicity or being publicized as a billionaire. Because whatever you're thinking,
do you think Magic got $1 billion in the bank? Now listen, before you answer that, ownership with the Dodgers, the Commanders, movie theaters, Starbucks.
You can't ask somebody like me that because I have to tell the truth.
That's why I asked you.
All right. Not in a bank, but if everything and I want you guys to understand what I'm saying. If everything gets sold for what you're saying is worth, then you're a billionaire. But if you think this is $300 million worth of art, and then you go to sell it, and somebody say, "I'm only giving you $75 million for that art," then you're not a billionaire.
I agree with you 100%.
It's on projections.
Absolutely. And that's how I look at it, the way you explained it. Because look, Michael Jordan just sold his stake in the Charlotte Hornets.
Now, Jordan would have $1 billion in the bank.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is it made him have $3 billion.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan been lit since we was little. For him to only have not saying only, for $3 billion. Stop telling me all these. Oh, nigga got $1 billion. Yo, this nigga got $1 billion.
What happens is it's just like if we take money and just say we're gonna buy a piece of the Miami soccer team, right? So then we're walking around saying, I own a portion. I own Mase is part owner of the Miami team. Then people start calculating that as if it's a big amount, but it may not be a big enough amount to give you that $1 billion.
I get what you're saying 100%.
But it sounds great on paper.
You explain it to them niggas because it does sound great on paper.
Great on paper.
Because listen, you sit there and say, oh, he owns the team.
He owns this.
Or let's say, and I'm not talking about that, I'm just saying, for instance, I don't know that
Magic
percent.
And not anybody.
No, I'm talking about Usher. He owns a piece of Cleveland Cavaliers, and Nelly owns a piece of the basketball team.
He's part of Slutty Vegan. That all it really means is he getting free food. Nigga.
Right. I'm not counting their money. I'm just saying, what is their percentage in the company? Same thing like when Jay-Z was saying he had percentage in the Brooklyn Nets. And he put it in one of his songs, so I'm not talking about it. You know, it's 1%, but he's like, how many niggas had 1% of $1 billion? He was saying because niggas was making fun of or trying to make fun of him when they found out that it was only 1%. He said, y'all niggas will never have 1% of $1 billion. So what is the real percentage? And like you said, it's just a stat for people to be
what
like.
What is 1% of $1 billion? 10
million. I'm a calculator.
No, that's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Well, all I can say is shout out to Magic. Congrats. That's all the time we have for today. Thanks for watching. And as always, it is what it is.
Two big necks, like when they doing them 2 for $5.